It's a small misunderstanding, and an apology would be too much. Well, everyone, I'll find another chance to talk with you all.
That's so kind of you.
Please forgive me for coming at an inconvenient...
You needn't apologize, General Huaiyan.
All right, Yun Li.
Yeah.
Yang Qing, once you've helped our guests get settled, see if you can...
I'm on it. This is the report, Qing. Looks like the General has given me a tough challenge. He wants me to... Well, it's not exactly a test. As Cloud Knight officers, we not only... It's just, you know... well, let's not...
Sorry, chat. A little disruption with stream.
It is the Lawfu's honor to have you in attendance at the war dance. Yet, the fact that a simple martial arts ceremony has attracted esteemed generals from the Zhu Ming and the Yao Qing implies intentions beyond mere spectating. Might there be any specific instructions from the marshal?
You're overthinking it, Jingyuan. As I said, I'm here to broaden my granddaughter's horizons. However, I have no clue what the Yao Qing Arbiter General has in mind. Do you remember when you accepted this position? I told you that an Arbiter General's battlefield goes beyond the physical one. You'll need to lead and manage everything on the Xianzhou. The title of our... So many years have passed, and you've done well. However, longevity for the Xianzhou people can be a curse. Living too... The Marshal knows everything.
안녕, 띵 바빠.
As for the Merlin's Claw of the Yao Qing, she has come specifically for you. Speaking of which, why hasn't she arrived yet? They say the Merlin's Claw strikes like lightning. Being late isn't her style.
That's not true, General Huaiyan. She's been here a while, but I'm sure you've heard of her unbridled nature.
As soon as she disembarked from the star skiff, she mentioned having something to attend to and simply disappeared.
You must be the messengers from the Xianzhou Yao Qing, I assume.
We are Jiaoqiu and Moza, retainers of the Merlin's Claw. It's an honor to meet you in person, Arbiter Generals.
Now this...
Bonjour, continue.
A guest who doesn't come to visit but sends a message.
Who the fuck is that character? Ooh.
View in Scale Gorge Waters.
Spectacular view? Ha! Did you hear that, Jingyuan? This person is being sarcastic.
Please do not misunderstand me, General.
No, let me
She's
Jack.
finished with
Who the fuck
admiring
is
the
trying to
scenery.
friend me?
She'll personally come and apologize to the both of you.
Drat. I forgot to ask Yun Li to return my sword. No need to bother. By the way,
Reserved?
maybe I'm just...
No, you're not. When I entered the Palace of Astrum, I realized that the messenger from the Xianzhou Zhu Ming was actually the Arbiter General himself. So, the messenger from the
That's right.
Well, that's...
What's so unusual? Hold him accountable.
Don Shu's rebellion and Ventilia's scheming are merely one side of the story to the other Arbiter Generals of the Alliance. Only a single piece of incontrovertible evidence remains, creating an endless source of potential complications.
The Ambrosial Arbor.
Yes. It's undeniable that the plague mark, which was subdued by the Xianzhou Lo Fu,
New sticker.
But was it really a conspiracy instigated by the Antimatter Legion? Once the spark of suspicion.
Oh, Jesus Christ. The most unserious Discord.
The general must have had
Million.
when he invited us
Hello,
to
hello,
attend
how are
the
you?
audience.
Aw, I was so... By the way,
And
thanks to your words, the General is under...
Come on. Did I?
Miss March is right. Still, I'll do...
He looks like he...
This is too much trouble. While I appreciate your kindness...
no worries. Yeah, exactly.
Well, since you're willing to help...
Can I really reason with you Xianzhou people? I think I get it.
That...
You know what? This is but straight up snatching. I'm hearing you loud and clear. I'm keep detaining my cargo. You jerk! Who are you calling a dog? Staying on the Xianzhou, are you?
Aren't you the guest from the Astral Express? What brings you and Yanqing?
Trouble caused by the...
Looks like you've met this IPC. I was sent here to deal with the IPC.
And this is Mr.
So you're...
Like I wanted to...
What do you mean by
Then why did you bring the cargo to the Artisanship Commission? You even brought in some shady craftsmen. It's obvious you're trying to steal the IPC's patented technology!
Listen here.
Even if there are dangerous...
But you'll have to...
I understand.
In most cases, we don't.
Biological
I'm afraid we'll need to wait.
The Alliance's regulation...
Oh, really?
This Mr. Scott... I heard how you helped our...
What are you guys...
John, hello, hello, how are you? First, I got a puzzle that I want to solve. Yeah, we're doing cleaning up a lot of questing today. Then we're gonna go into building more artifacts for more characters. And or just leveling as of today. Oh shit, I'm saving that 4-star. Hey, ooh, Hudson Bay, waka waka.
As I recall, this guy won't listen to reason and can only be persuaded with intimidation.
Speaking of regulations, we have our own laws and regulations too. According to Article 4,
Hey everyone! Meet my old friend Scott.
stop it! Let's focus on the business at hand. What's the point?
Oh, you're amazing! Can you teach me?
Just forget it. Even if we set aside the secrecy of intellectual property, these prototypes built by...
Can you give us an exact amount, Mr. Scott? If there's any
The Skyfaring Commission. Yeah, they...
I don't doubt the financial strength of the Skyfaring Commission. Besides, the cargo on this transport vessel belongs to the Intelligentsia Guild.
According to the principle of territoriality, since your vessel is stranded on the Cienjo, the Skyfaring Commission has...
Indeed. According to Article 27 of the CN...
Ah? My synesthesia beacon must not be working.
Simply put, if you insist on hindering the inspection...
Confiscate it? How can you see...
If this were pure point, and incoming cargo posed a safety...
That's true. But the IPs... We both need to follow the regulations, because...
Everyone has their own set of rules. Now that you...
Yeah, I get it. I know I'm on the Cienjo, but if I violate the IPC regulations, I'll be in deep trouble when I get back.
Jesus, that dude got fucking slammed.
Well, you guys sure know how to... Fine. I'll allow you to...
So, Mr. Scott, are you just stalling for...
Well, IPC...
Yeah, you've got some insight.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Lingsha.
Could she be?
Yeah, she's the new Cauldron Master assigned...
I received a report from the Artisanship Commission about cargo containing samples of unknown organisms. It said they needed help from the Alchemy Commission. I had nothing better to do. It's fine, Mr. Scott. If you really don't want your cargo to be inspected...
Elena, hi.
Why are you being so nice all of a sudden? Well, since you're not going to check it, I'll take this crate and be on my way. Is that okay with everyone?
Yeah, sure. Why should I object? Not only this sample, but all the goods on the transport ship are yours to keep. Like I said, we won't.
Wait a minute!
Well, that's more. Our ship will leave in a few.
Your ship can leave whenever you want. According to the import and export regulations signed between the Cienzhou and IPC, since we can't determine if your shipment is safe, normally it'll only take around 40.
Only?
Why so surprised? You're still young.
Ha! Typical of a long-life species. Your words are dripping with sarcasm. While you may not.
Sure thing, Mr. Scott. You seem pretty confident.
Step aside.
Hi.
Do the inspection. Come on, we're already in enough trouble. Just let them do the security inspection. And if needed, I can always grovel before the Intelligentsia Guild later. I'm just using my head. Well, honestly, at least you're not as annoying as that woman. Just get on with the inspection.
This lady... Is this the IPC product?
Listen up. Any damages caused by inspections will be filed with the IPC.
Turn it off.
Ow, that's fucking bright. Jesus Christ. That was bright as hell in my eyes.
We're in trouble. How unexpected. That was a surprise.
Existence is of no consequence.
1,000 wonders. Fight as one.
A future will come.
Can we talk? Need a doctor?
Detecting damage.
No other choice for tomorrow.
Enjoying yourself? Let me tend your wound.
Existence is unity. Every petal, all will be swept away by the wind.
We were supposed to attack yesterday.
Bingo butt. I knew account underscore
Were
yeah.
you seriously planning to leave this stuff unchecked at the dock?
I had no idea.
I don't think trying to shift the blame.
But seriously, I don't know why that thing suddenly started moving.
Enough. Miss Shikue, please escort our IPC guest to the Skyfaring Commission.
I'm on it. Please follow me, Mr. Scott.
Our preliminary inspection shows that there is indeed hidden biological tissues inside, just like the craftsman feared. I can't even tell if it's ingenium or biological in nature.
The core of this device is what they call wetware.
I'll take some samples for the alchemist to analyze and...
Why would the Intelligentsia Guild use such unethical technology?
Whatever the reason is, it's probably why the Borison attacked. No wonder the IPC were trying to obstruct our inspection. I'll contact the 10 Lord. According to our rules, all prisoners and weapons involving dangerous creatures As for you, Mr.
Uga, hello, welcome.
I had a feeling that
I should thank you for saving... I thought the General's retainers were... for you. It's still early. And you three are coming too.
Ooh, shit. Bullshit. Bullshit. Rose, what's for fine on again? Wishing for fine on non-stop until we get the. What the mi amor, niño couple. I got fine on and I got Sunday. Jow. I'm like so happy. I got actually Sunday on the 50-50. Where is Sunday? He's right here. I got Sunday. Niendo, katayo. Intanto, shindo po. Alright, so let's see if I have. I'm not using the stellars on that. I need to get. Oh, I do have a light cone for him. Sinai. Oh yeah, shit! I need to go to the event. The story quest I'm doing. Ooh, I wanna see what I can get from this merchant. Oh shit! I can get like 30k worth of this. And kado. I got some materials. Who's Gujon?
The news is spreading pretty fast. All these years, the tides come and go.
You're a Lofu native?
Yes. It's...
The view here.
Oh, really?
Even if it's impressive, it's a plague mark. The Xianzhou have been fighting abominations for...
Well, in my humble opinion. My bad. Well, since...
What would you like to discuss?
I was lucky enough... Honestly, the alchemy...
Well, the Vidyadhara and the
I may not know about...
I see. While the Lux Arrow from the Rainbow possesses unparalleled power to sever the ambrosial arbor, it can't sever mortals' desire to prolong their existence. Just like how the Cloud Knights can eliminate the remnants of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, our Xianzhou for 30 years ago, my mentor, Sir, unfortunately, even though she was skilled in the art of healing, she didn't understand the human heart or how to eliminate the sickness lurking within the depths of the Alchemy Commission. In the end, she was framed and exiled to the Juming. I was also implicated and had to leave the Lafu. And guess who arbitrated the case and handed down the sentence? None other than General G...
What?
You heard it right. The ones responsible for the corruption in the Alchemy Commission are not just the remnants of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, but even the Divine Foresight himself.
Welcome, Rob.
Alas, don't worry about it. I understand that when someone holds a position of power, they may sometimes have to make tough decisions. I won't hold any personal grudges against him. Besides.
Lingsha, you're back! I've been waiting.
Yunli! Why aren't you with your grandpa? What brings you to the Alchemy Commission? Well,
You stole my sword!
I see.
Why do I...
Of course not.
Grick, now that I see you...
Do you really...
Just, you know the Cloud Knight said...
Fine! You don't have...
But which general
Between me... It is my first day at the Alchemy Commission.
Well,
I didn't mean it in that way. I've received reports that the delves near the Alchemy Commission are still...
clear...
It's the Cloud Knight's duty.
Oh, it's so heartwarming. Ever since the disciple... If you want a contest...
Lingsha.
It's for you.
That's really thoughtful of you.
So, are you both...
Every step upon the ashes once kindled sparks.
Let me say it again. The one who can't... Be careful when you draw your sword.
Can we...
Strike with heart!
I didn't expect someone who can't even hold on to a sword to actually have some skill.
A thousand wonders to fight as one.
I'm pulling for Finite, see if I can use E1.
Can we talk? Let's be friends.
Existence's future will come!
Descend to earth!
Some value,
Time for sword play! Strike with heart!
I'm fine.
Welcome.
Every petal, all will be swept away by the wind.
Innumerable core flames consume me. Hail the new dawn!
Descend to earth!
Empty shell! Is that all? The flames shatter the cage!
I win, Miss Yunli!
You got lucky.
Why don't you just give me back my sword? Consider yourself...
All you did was... If you think you can...
Hudson, welcome back.
on, friends. However, both of you have shortcomings. One of you focuses on dodging and weaving, while the other relies on
Hudson Bay, thank you so much for the follow.
me. I'm just a patient seeking medicine from the Alchemy Commission. A passerby, if you will. I thought I'd see my... However, I have a small suggestion for you. Why don't you settle this dispute fair and square in the War Dances ring? That way, you can resolve...
Grudges? No, not at all.
Sparring? You summoned your flying swords, and she swung hers.
Aha! What brings you here, Lady Feixiao? Have you finished your health consultation with the
Feixiao? The Merlin's Claw of the Xianzhou
Looks like I'm quite famous on the Xianzhou Lafu, too.
Of course. Every...
Isn't that title a bit too narcissistic? I don't like it. Ooh, I heard there's a dozing general on the Lafu, so I came up with a humble nickname for myself. The Lacking General. Lacking in worries, regrets, and rivals. Sounds much better, right?
Yeah. Now that the sparring session is
Ahuda majlo kono.
to politely thank General Feixiao for her guidance and bury the hatchet.
Here's your sword. Keep it safe. Or it might get taken away again. By the way, we haven't settled the score yet. I'll defeat you fair and square next time we fight.
This is how she apologizes? Now that I finally got my sword back, I should report to the seat of divine foresight. I'll take my leave, General Fish. Oh, by the way, Miss Linksha, if you've got some free time, I'd like to invite you to the seat of divine foresight. I think there's more to those personal grudges you mentioned earlier.
Thanks for stepping in, General Feixiao. Otherwise, I'd have had to
I'm gonna stream for like 2 hours, maybe at most. And go back to grinding off stream so I can get to level 60 a lot faster. Well, at least 50 in the game.
Well, you can always send the bill to the seat of divine foresight and say it's for mentoring those kids. After all, it was quite the effort splitting them up. I nearly had to get tough. Now, if you...
Wish I could skip the dialogue.
Back already? You've met with Jing Yuan and wandered around for a few hours.
It appears that the Divine Foresight is using this war dance as a show of strength to convince every...
But... I know you're going to say but, right?
But... the influx of people attending the...
The Cloud Knights on the streets remain vigilant. So at the very least, General Jing Yuan is aware of this. As for other...
I'd prefer to be excused from future meetings with generals. I'm just a military healer. And now all of a sudden I'm thrust onto the center stage having...
My work doesn't lend itself to being in the...
Just stop whining. At least before getting in touch with General Jing Yuan, I wanted to put aside my assumptions and see his momentum. That includes the overall bearing of the Cloud Knights.
The might of an army dwells not within its pawns, but within the force of its...
A perfectly clear statement turned confusing thanks to your translation. You've made me lose where I was now.
Are you treating General Jingyuan as your enemy?
The longest-serving general of the Xianzhou Lafu. Do you think he'd have only a few...
By the way, General, you met the healer lady, yes?
Well, the healer lady couldn't do anything about my condition. She just...
So not even the famed healer lady could help? Don't worry. I'll fulfill my promise and find...
Well, life and death, Jiao Chou. It's all predetermined. Upon starting my military career, I made a pledge that as long as I can fulfill that deep-seated desire. You asked if I view General Jing Yuan as my enemy. No. My real...
Enjoy some tasty food.
Jeez.
You guys figure it out for yourselves. I'm due to catch up with an old war friend.
Hey! I mean, when you... you think so too, right?
I agree.
I was actually...
Welcome, Rainbow
Kind words.
WQ.
I've had my fair...
Don't underestimate.
I see.
I bet it's about how...
I really don't want to get...
Did I level up? Yes, I did. Yee! Onyado. 45. Okay. I'm just gonna wish until I get another 5-star again.
Need your extractor cleaned or your star skiff serviced? Look.
Is March 7th still packing her luggage?
Can I level up my characters yet? No. Let's see if I can get another wish, you guys. See if I can get another 4-star. Maybe a 5? Damn, not another 5-star. Come on, cook. Got Sunday at least. Now I gotta get Finan again. But alright, I need to figure out what I'm doing for dinner. I had a pretty late lunch, so give me a few minutes, guys. I'm gonna go get some ice cream. Jesus Christ, coño tocosho. I'm here. I went and got my ice cream. Probably not gonna be able to finish this. Oh yeah. There you go, hat.
I'd like
Sorry
to
about that.
officially introduce them to you. These three braved great dangers, accompanying me to perilous places, defeating the chief culprit Fantilia, and uncovering the conspiracies of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. If you wish to know more, please, feel free to...
Well, I skimmed through the reports about the Arbor's rebirth from the Master. But despite all that, I believe in you. Since you joined the ranks, you have repeatedly achieved remarkable feats. After the High Cloud Quintet each went their separate ways, despite the many criticisms within the Alliance, the Marshal still stood firm against the dissenting voices and entrusted the Lawfu to you. Over the years, there are fools, but I've seen enough failures in my time, and I want to believe that your loyalty has...
So, General VsA of the Yaoqing is the only one investigating the Ambrosial Arbor crisis on behalf of the Alliance?
No. I am too.
This old man's words always catch me off guard.
The Marshal ordered me to come to the Xianzhou Laofu, but the document only says, attend the war dance and listen to Fei Shao's questioning.
She went to in the picture.
No need for that. You're all important witnesses. The Marshal is well aware of Jing Yuan's purpose in holding the ceremony and understands the situation he is facing. She mentioned it because she believes both issues are important.
Thanks for your kindness and sincerity.
By introducing, as for the Oh, by the way. Yes, it's this. There will be numerous. The host will dispatch a skilled warrior to take on
Ujna,
challengers from
welcome.
all over the cosmos, showcasing the excellent martial arts of the Xianzhou Laofu.
What's this?
This sword case is intended for the War Dances Award. I don't mean to boast about ours. I've been wondering who would be.
Oh, look, it's a trash panda.
And then it hit me. I can award it to the
Yes, I know who you are.
Ringmaster's Challenge. The ceremony's champion is sure to be a perfect match for the sword. Moreover, I hear that Yan Xing is an excellent swordmaster, and that he will be representing the Lawfu as the ringmaster. So it seems...
Thank you.
If you want to give me...
I know you're all...
Yeah. And even if someone gets their hands on such a precious sword, it'll probably end up in someone else's.
The outcome of our duel at the Alchemy Commission is still up in the air. Since you're interested, why don't you represent the Xianzhou Juming and challenge me in the ring?
That's exactly what I had in mind. Nobody knows who's gonna come out on top.
But
It could be me, could be someone
Oh,
else.
he was gonna use that sticker.
Not to be...
While you both seem... We don't know who the winner...
How does that make sense?
In my humble opinion, I'd be greatly pleased.
Well, Elder Huayan's idea is quite interesting. Imparting swordplay skills requires teamwork, and both the winner and the loser will learn a valuable lesson regardless of the outcome. The question is,
Huh? Who? Wait, me?
I noticed just now that Miss
Oh, I
March
sent you the Keymaster asset. You need to check your Keymaster.
So I thought, why not teach her the art of swordplay?
They're on your Keymaster, Raccoon.
Serious, General? Why am I being dragged into this all of a sudden?
But you know, as for Miss March,
I appreciate. Oh, plus. That's considerate of you, March 7th. But don't worry. It'll take you at least a decade of hard training before you can even start learning special moves. No need to freak out.
Looks like March is.
Mm-hmm.
so Miss Yun
Such as 4 things on Keymaster.
Yang Qing.
I see, General.
Now that Yang Qing has agreed...
It's up.
I understand. Then I'm on.
great. Yunli and I will.
Your. General Huayan's gone. Wait. I think we strayed off.
Yeah, I brought you here because the General said he had some important matters to discuss. But how in...
Because. But from his point of view, we're no different from all the other tourists who may leave at any time. Since the crew's actions were mentioned in the Luofu's and he wants to see.
Elder Huayan is... My apologies. Truth be told, I invited all of you to the ceremony because I wished for you to act as my witnesses. In the coming weeks, I'll also invite all of you to a meeting with General VsA, where you may need to answer her questions and clear up any doubts she might have.
Don't worry, General. No matter what happens, I'm prepared to stay here as the Express's witness and answer any questions.
Thank you, everyone.
General, I know there isn't much I can do to share your burden, but... As the Luofu Ringmaster, I won't let anyone defeat me in the war dance.
I know.
Alright, I'm done eating it.
The
Not
illustrious
eating them more.
Merlin's Claw
I'm gonna
waiting
put this
for
back
me,
in the...
and for so long, too. It's quite an honor. It's been a while, General VsA. It's been 30 years since we last saw each other. Right, Yukong? Yes. Back then, you were the vanguard of the Yao Qing's Verdant Knights, and I was a pilot of the Luofu's Rainbow Fall Fleet. Who would have thought that upon meeting again, you'd be a general, and I'd have given up flying? Really does feel like a lifetime ago. Well, I wouldn't say I haven't seen you in 30 years. After all, your great victories are announced through the Yellow Bell resonance system every day. So I'm well aware of your great feats. How's your health holding up?
Still stable, I suppose. Do you still remember the medic who saved me in battle?
That healer with the odd name and peculiar temperament. What was his name again? Was it Pichu? Or Kachio?
Jiao Chou. He's been my retainer and personal healer, delegated by the Alchemy Commission from the Xianzhou Yao Qing. Over the years, he's dedicated himself to managing my condition. It's thanks to him that I'm still in good health today. Given my background, I'm happy to have made it this far.
I'm relieved to know that you're safe and sound. Well then, since you and Elder Huayan are here, I imagine you must have received orders from the Marshal? As your friend, may I ask how the Alliance intends to punish the General of the Lawfu?
The Arbor's rebirth has frightened the elders who lurk behind the scenes. They fear the resurgence of abominations, much like what happened 30 years ago. Although the reports from the Lawfu explained all the details, we don't know if the Ruin Legion really invaded, or how exactly the Stellaron Hunters and the Astral Express became involved. This puzzle has many missing pieces. As you know, the fugitive Jing Liu, who mysteriously disappeared many years ago, has resurfaced. This time, she has brought along an Outworlder and a coffin, claiming to offer the Marshal a method to fight against the Eons. The Lawfu Preceptor has also leveled accusations against Jing Yuan for neglecting the Alliance's principles. She asserts that Jing Yuan enabled the exiled Imbibitor Lunae to re-enter the Lawfu, thereby unlocking the lunarescent depths within Scale Gorge waterscape, which in turn disrupted the Vidyadhara's dutiful watch over the Ambrosial Arbor. It is for these reasons that I have come here to the Lawfu today. Well, duty calls. Perhaps I shouldn't have mentioned all of this to an uninvolved person, but since we once fought together, I didn't want to keep you in the dark. Perhaps pretending you didn't hear any of this would be for the best.
I understand. I'm sorry. I was out of line. I know I shouldn't be defending General Jing Yuan right now, but... well, you know how I am. The Lawfu has enjoyed centuries of stability since the end of the sedition of Imbibitor Lunae, much of which can be attributed to General Jing Yuan's masterful strategizing. Unfortunately, for long-life species, enduring through the ages always culminates in a failure that undoes all previous achievements, a moment that our adversaries relish.
That's true. And that's why I'm also here for another purpose. To visit Hule.
Hule? You mean that Hule? The Borisin Warhead? The same Hule who has been imprisoned in the Shackling prison for over 7 centuries?
The nemesis of the Foxians who will never be forgiven and shall be imprisoned until the end of the cosmos. I can't quite remember the exact wording, but yes, the very same Hule.
Usually, only emissaries from the Xianzhou Yaoqing Skyfaring Commission visit him once every century. Why do you have to visit him now, of all times?
The Foxians and the Alliance made a pact to combat the abominations, aiming to achieve justice and free their kin. That werewolf monster is to be forever imprisoned in the dark recesses of the Shackling prison, facing unending retribution. Given the situation on the Lawfu, those on the Yaoqing are concerned about Hule's imprisonment. I'm afraid that the routine visit every century is no longer sufficient to ease their concerns. That's why I was sent here, to reassure them.
It's all bad news.
Well, not everything. There might be a silver lining. Oh, by the way, I found some clues about the thing you asked for.
Tell me more.
The Verdant Knights followed the route you mentioned and discovered the wreckage of the Whistling Flame ship. Unfortunately, there were no survivors and no cargo. However, someone had already been on the scene before we arrived.
Our people? Or someone from the IPC?
No, neither. Yukong, have you heard of a person named Ron May?
feeling sleepy. Hmm? Did I oversleep? Where did March and Don Hung go?